So I have this draft. I start off with Paw Patch Recruit, which is just a rabbit warrior. It has sort of the opposite abilities of most of the mice, because it's only things an opponent controls that you buff stuff. I played against one of these, it was very strong. Just because if you get the offspring, then targeting either of them gives counters, so gives two counters even. So it becomes kind of tough to deal with. I think here we just take the. So I took this second pick over a Rabid Gnaw. I think it's Rabid Gnaw, maybe? It's a red card. So removal. I was trying to avoid being committal. This has pretty good stats. It's actually not great in our deck so far because we don't have. Um, we have a lot of like off-type creatures. I think we have the most warriors actually. Um, so here, what are we looking at? Talent creates a artifact that can target things. Okay, I mean that's not nothing. This says trample. I mean, there's three cards in our colors. None of these other cards are particularly good, so we're fine staying on color. We're not really doing fog stuff. I think we take this. I don't think it's great. Um, it's not even like meant for this deck really. Um, this card seems. This is like the an Otter card. I don't think it's great. This Raccoon Rally has very bad stats that I saw, which was surprising. Because there was a version of this that was like a 1 mana 1/1 that was like pretty good. Um, but I'm gonna take this anyways. Because I want raccoons. So I ended up I think my four I kept seeing good red cards and I kept passing on them. Oh, well, I sort of have a weird set of cards here. And I got this fourth pick, which just made it seem like no one was red green yet. And then I think fifth pick was this. So it seems like I got kind of pushed into red green. I don't think I need a second blacksmith talent. Um, I don't think it's a particularly good card as is. Maybe I'll just take the Haven here over the Polywallop because I ran out of time. Another Raccoon. I could take the Val, but we're not going wide really. So yeah, I'll just take this. I need more lower end. Might of the Meek seems fine, and it just cycles. I don't think we have any mice, right? Not yet. We might end up with a couple like just random red mice. So we don't really have a big like a lot of color synergy. Destroy all creatures. If gift is paid. Wow. Okay. I mean that's a very good card. Obviously doesn't fit with anything we're doing. Right? Is that not a very good card? It seems like it's a thing that gets itself, or gets you the creature back if you let them draw a card. Um, yeah, I don't know. I imagine that'd be strong. We'll just take the on-color rare though. That's also a raccoon. Uh, Other good cards in this pack. Here's another mouse, although it's not one of those targeted mice, although it does return on the thing. I think this card's pretty good. I played against it. Longstock Ball seems fine. On the Might of the Meek. This card apparently is very good. Again, not on color. So this card, I looked at the stats the other day. Just like as it only does 2 damage. It has 3 damage on it, but that's only to the creature's controller. So I guess maybe that's why it doesn't seem that good. And there's just a lot of tokens running around. I think we probably want the Longstock Ball. We should have bigger creatures than our opponents. Just try to fight them. This is probably worse than like the green blue decks, the green white decks that don't have big things. So it could be good at green white. They have a couple big creatures. I think the raccoon deck is sort of the bigger creatures, which is. Oh, caretaker is. There's no way we're supposed to be a white here, right? I don't think we need the sticky tongue sentinel. I'm going to take this just in case we want to pivot back towards white. I don't think we've seen strong white stuff. Oh, there is a swords to plowshare I'm seeing. I guess the strong white thing we saw was. Yeah, is there any way it was supposed to be white and just maybe play like a couple of red cards? I mean, the other card I would take is probably the Clifftop Lookout, although I don't think that's been particularly good. It's just kind of small. We have some good red cards, though. I don't know. I think we want to stick with green And if because all our best red cards are also green cards, so it's not like we can drop. Yeah, we're getting a lot of raccoons now. Like this is a pretty late raccoon. We have four so far. This is five. This is a squirrel warrior. Doesn't fit well unless you have a lot of food. This is getting really big and I had food. This is just a nice green one. Yeah, we could maybe just like splash the swords or the caretaker's talent. Do we have a lot of token gen though? I guess we don't have a lot. Maybe we just wasted a couple picks. That's fine. We have 16 playable so far in our deck, and then a couple more things here. I'm not like super unhappy with most of these. A couple of these are probably not exactly what we need, but like we could probably start without these two, and if we end up with them, I don't think this is great. We just don't have a lot of like on-demand damage. A lot of times you're gonna be stuck playing those as a 3/3, I think, and it's just it's probably a little below curve if you play it as a 3/3. And we actually we need more 3 drops than 4 drops here. So I think I don't know if the Pathmaker is better than. I'm gonna take it because we have one of the other ones, so like we don't need two of. Wow, very late. This feels like. These hazel. So it looks like no one's playing black. Maybe black. Yeah, looks like a lot of black somewhere. Black is like the open lane, maybe. Yeah, very late black gods. Wow, another one of these. Okay, there's some good stuff here. Not really for us. Do we have any lizards? No. This is still pretty good, I think. It's only a 4/2, which is small. So if you don't get a lot of value out of the threat and effect, I guess it's not great. Bushy Bodyguard has been good. I guess maybe just the land. Is this land not good? It feels like it should be. I mean, you can get them late, but I just don't think we have better cards. I guess Bushy Bodyguard is a good card. It's just not like it's not at its best in our deck. Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing. Okay, so we don't have a lot of mice. Yeah, you know what? I like really want to take this. I think it's a very good card. But if Hunter's Talent wasn't here, I'd probably take the Crag Flame and then try to, get the Swords to Plowshare in there also. I think instead I'm going to take the Hunter's Talent, and then we can still consider the other cards just sort of on their own merits. Here's a lizard. I feel like I was talking about lizards at some point. Oh, for the recruiter. Did I not pick the recruiter? No. Well, if I didn't pick the recruiter, cash grab. Do we have any squirrels? We have 0 squirrels, really. Um, I still think this might be the best card for us. It is probably the strongest card. This has been pretty good for me so far. But obviously not our deck. There's a lot of auto cards in that. So I like Pawn Profit. It's obviously not super. Go. This is good for splashing, I guess. If we want to splash some of the white, although we're not making a lot of tokens. We're not like the green deck that makes a lot of tokens. I think we just get Pawn Profit here. Could use some low drops. I guess we're in for. I guess this is a Raccoon. We'll grab. We actually have nothing above 4 mana, really. Okay, we'll grab this. Do we have any token making at all? Or is it just no? Yeah, it's all expend stuff. I guess this makes a token, but not. Whenever you put a 1/1 counter on something, so like that. I've actually had this against me when they had the Paw Patch recruit, and they did draw a ton of cards off it. I ended up winning because I had some other really strong cards. I like don't like it. It seems like the type of like trap card that you probably shouldn't play. I might even play this thing just as a. I have another otter, just like occasionally useful, or I take this thing. Yeah, I think I take this. More 3 drops, I guess. What is this thing? Oh, it's Pawn Profit. I saw the colors. Yeah, a lot of black. Looks like black. I might play that. I do have 20. Now I have 25 or 23. No, actually, I can splash one card. I could just splash the swords. That's the other auto. Yeah, maybe I could slip that in. Since I don't have a lot of, I guess I have 9 raccoons, which isn't nothing. I guess it's more than like you want Patrick Bennett to work on most of your creatures, and I guess that's half of my creatures. I keep trying to slip in this Swords of Plowshare. It's such a good card, right? Is it? Is it not like just an absurd card? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need a cash grab. We want raccoons, squirrels, frogs, rabbits. What do we get? Frogs, rabbits, raccoons. 0 squirrels. The shapes are down. So I think that counts as. I mean, I think this is worth playing. It's only bad if you have green spells you can't cast. I actually don't think we have any green. I guess we have long stock ball. Stock in the pantry. Do we need this or not? We do put a lot of 1/1 counters on things. We have this. We have this. Um, this. Okay, maybe not as many as I thought. But we don't have any more. What else do we want to put in instead? We could just put cash grab in. I don't think we have any foraging. We could just put blacksmith talent in. It basically just gives one creature double strike and haste. It has a sword, named sword, okay, and it can equip to a creature, and then yeah, I mean you get up there and it starts really hitting. We don't have like many big hitters, but maybe that's just better than the stock in the pantry. I'll try that out. Okay, we'll try this build. You know, I played the shapeshifter because we have a lot of stuff that triggers off creature types, and it like we have like say polywop. Oh, this is actually nice. So I get to do 1 extra damage here because of this thing. And then I can play the Pathmaker next turn, buff this up. And I think the most expensive card in my deck is a 5 mana spell, so there's nothing I can't play. It also makes it harder to like target the things they want to target. Okay, they get to surveil, right? Yeah. They can surveil and trade, but then I end up a card. So if I play this next turn, I get to cast my Polywallop, which is nice. I mean, it's unfortunate I can't like sort of play on curve, but I'll be fine with it. Okay. Did they put top of? I didn't actually say. They'll probably hit. Did they not hit? I think you want to surveil first because you can see the. Um, oh, actually, yeah. By spending 4 on this, right? By spending 4 mana total, I get to trigger this, and then it's too big for them to block here. Yeah, that's nice. I do have to sort of worry about them. Like this is an offensive sort of thing, so this isn't super concerning. But I do want to worry. I do have to worry with them. Just okay. Yeah. This has trample. I think this is better next turn. It just, works better the more stuff you have. Okay, it's not clear we'll have more stuff next turn, I guess. They can only trade off with one of these. They'll go down to 3 if they leave the other one unblocked. Yeah, 3 is not a lot. And I do have this coming down. Okay. Now they have a second creature in play. Probably not as many creatures. Actually, this just can't be blocked by any of this stuff, right? Yeah. So I can just give this haste. Yep. Easy peasy. Yeah, the auto deck doesn't seem super strong. That is like one of the stronger cards, but they also didn't develop their mana very well. Like they just didn't draw enough lands. So, having something where you want to play a bunch of spells and you want to sort of keep the card advantage flowing, but you can only cast one spell a turn or 2 cheap ones. Just you end up sort of not being able to play to the board and keep your card draw engine going. With a slow hand, I mean, I have a 2-drop, but I can't play it on 2. I could, I guess. I'm not going to. Ooh, okay. Get a 2-drop I can play. I was very lucky. Next turn I can play. I mean, I can curve out Racoons. This is also a Raccoon. They might try to kill this. Fair enough. So, they want Hunter's Talented. I'm not going to have, like, time to play it efficiently anytime soon. And I guess until I get to 5 mana, maybe? They clearly have something. I'm just not going to attack. I mean, I wouldn't want to attack anyways. With the block. But if they do something like goofy here, yeah, like if they attack with this, I just take it and then I can crack back if I want. Oh, it gives it vigilance. Huh. So yeah, one issue I have here is that I can give this vigilance, but they can always double block. I can just kill something and then pump this and maybe attack, but I don't. You don't get the buff off like casting the non-creature part of this. Now what am I doing next turn? Maybe I play that. Yeah, I think I just do this. Oh, I guess I can only kill that part. Yeah. But I'll attack for 4 here. I guess I could have attacked with the other one. If they want to trade off, that's what we'll do, I guess. Um, I have a card advantage engine coming, and I'm at a low life total than they are, so I think trading off is perfectly fine for me. This isn't bad though. This could turn into stuff. I think we play the Path Maker here. Huh. Unfortunately, that's not really a card we want to play next turn. So probably then I'll get to attack for 6. What do we have in the graveyard? Just creatures, I think. Right? Yeah. This doesn't get turned on super easily. I mean, if it got turned on super easily, it'd just be a very, very strong card. As opposed to just like a regular strong card. Okay, so like, unfortunately, them not attacking just tells us so much about what they have and how it's not very much. This doesn't work on Otters anyways, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess if I activate this, I just get to draw a card, so could have done that. I'm getting close to stabilizing. I want to cast this when they just have, like when they're tapped out. It's just too dangerous to do it now. I'll just keep removing stuff from the graveyard. It's actually like not super. Um, yeah, do I just do this? Oh, I do have. Okay, so I thought I was short. I forgot this produced mana, so I can cast this and put counters on both of them, which is something I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna remove my stuff. Okay, let's do this. So I am sort of opening myself up to some board wipes. Again, I just draw an extra card every turn though, so I don't have to do much. I can start attacking with this next turn. They can't even double block. They'd have to cast something with 4. Okay. Yeah, they can. I mean, they can do it on this. Actually, now they don't have 4. Or I guess they still do it. They have that. I'll definitely just double block if they attack here. 5, 6. Okay. Actually, we can play both these. Give a thing trample. Put some counters on them. Attack with this. Make it 7. Yeah, they can double block. Yeah, but yeah, I think. I mean, we could have played that more aggressively too. I didn't want to throw away creatures because we had like a card advantage engine going, so it didn't seem necessary to, get our shields down and throw away creatures and just, potentially get blown up by. They had all the mana up. They weren't really playing anything. So if they're not playing anything and we draw 2 cards a turn and they draw 1 and we're just deploying 1 to the board, like against anything but a sweeper, they were going to be in rough shape. Okay, so I can't play this turn too, so I draw a forest, but that's fine, I guess. This actually been pretty good for me. It's been pretty versatile. What are we exiling? I guess we just exile this thing, because otherwise we don't have it play till turn 4. Yeah, unfortunately I think we have to. You could get greedy and do like a mountain, but I think it's just too risky. You just end up with nothing. We'll play this. It could have something, but it doesn't. Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have any stuff. Oh, okay, that's actually good for us. We can start taking stuff out of their yard, particularly their flashback spell. So they might want to kill this turn if they like the nocturnal, um, whatever it's called. So I think instead of playing the rough shot duo, like this uses our mana in a weird way, but I'm fine just spending some mana to exile their cards. Yeah, they did have that, but they didn't use it on their turn, so they lose their flashback spell. Okay. Um. So and I got 5. I got 5 damage off that card that ended up dying, anyways. I can't quite buff the raccoon. I could wait a turn. I could just play like really off curve. Oh, that's annoying. Huh. Buff. Yeah, I think we're just playing this here. Next turn we can use it and then buff it. I mean, if they just kill a creature, we're in trouble. But we've drawn 6 lands, so at some point, like if you draw 6 lands and they've drawn 4, they're gonna have more spells to cast. So we'll see how their spells are looking. Okay, so we'll do this, and I think we just hit. I think we just hit this card. This is good if they forage, but we can't like prevent that. We don't need to attack here. We'd like this to turn on as a card advantage engine. They can't kill it, so if we attack, they can just trade with the Orator, which is largely good for them. So they can sack the food and draw a card. Um, Not great for us. Yeah, we'll take it. Um, yeah, let's just cast this. No, okay, wait. Oh, that's not. I don't know why I thought that was the buff. I guess because it's my other um, land. It's my other non-basic. No, I won't. So I won't back here because it's so good next turn if I can play this and just buff a trample creature for a lot of, um, you know, for 3. Okay, so they get to draw. I mean, they end up going up 2 life, so the downside of the paying the life is mitigated pretty heavily. If they attack, we'll take more damage. Take 4 here. Yeah, we're sort of like 1 land short of doing the stuff we want to do here, which is, just basically play this and turn on. If they kill this here, not a big deal. Attack for 9 though, that's a lot. So if they have something to kill it, they definitely want to do that. Oh, so they didn't. They just paid the 1. I don't know what. I'm surprised they paid the 1 instead of foraging and drawing a card. Fortunately, this bricks everything. Excuse me. Um, hmm. Yeah, so unfortunately these aren't. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that was the downside of the 4 power creature there. I wonder once they're in play, which one's better. This is 2 more toughness. I think we do block with this. Even though this has the potential that if we play anything with 4, it gets up. But if we just draw lands. Yeah, so in this scenario, it's better because it holds back their creatures. Whereas a 3/2 doesn't hold back their creatures. So we're only at 10 life. We really need this draw engine to come online. If we cast like get a hugs, we could. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, I mean we're taking 6 here, so we're dead next turn, I guess. So we gotta draw something. Yep, just drew a bunch of lands at the end, unfortunately. Drew what 6 spells. So out of 26 out. No, that can't be right. I probably exiled some stuff. Yeah, I mean we're playing into black deck. They're gonna have removal, so it's hard to play around, everything. I'm sure there's a way to manage that. Get a get a draw engine online earlier, maybe. I don't really know. Um, Play this turn 1. Play the boxer. Maybe upgrade it turn 3 because we don't really have anything. And then turn 4 we play Pathmaker. This will be indestructible. We can even level it. They might just kill it if they have a oh, Seems better to play that then. Yeah, because that makes a Pathmaker next turn. They might just have the counter spell here. Yeah, they did. Okay, so yeah, we would have been better off leveling maybe. I mean, we didn't know they had a counter spell. They held up 2 mana, I guess, but sometimes you just don't have a 2 mana play, especially in the blue black deck. Hmm. We'll play the Pathmaker. We can attack with the indestructible guy. Play that. Next turn we can play Patchwork Banner as well as that. We'll just do Racoons. We've gotten nothing out of this talent so far. This, when it turns on, is actually like a really strong effect. Like the -1, -1, -0 is actually like, pretty frustrating to deal with. I could also just play this and buff it, but I think getting the banner in play is worth more, and allows us to, and it makes the boxer turn on. Really? Huh. I feel like if you could have killed one of those, I think the boxer is just like maybe better. I guess they wanted to attack. Hmm. Okay, play this. Oh, why did it tap me like that? Am I looking for? Oh, Raccoon. Yeah. Okay, make this thing indestructible. I mean, they can still kill it in response, so. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll attack them down to 10. They just want to get stuff in that graveyard. Like, you really want to keep the card to surveil. Like, if you don't surveil it, you, like, really wanted to keep it, because getting to this thing is very strong. Yeah, they got a Pathmaker too. Fair enough. It's an island. I think we're winning this race. We do have to be careful. If they can kill this, I don't have any good blocks, but I'm still at 14. So they have 6 mana. I mean, they could play like a daring, although the daring water or whatever actually takes a card out of the graveyard. They really want to trigger this because it makes my Rampager token unable to block. Okay, so what's that? Now I guess that's giving them the Pathmaker back. Can I just level this all the way up and get double strike? Oh, what if I level this all the way up and get double strike? Or what if I play Hugs for, I guess, just 2? Right? Yeah. X equals 2. Exile, exile. Okay, and those are coming down next turn. Try to put some pressure on them. They had to block one thing. Oh, this is actually very... Wow, they're trading 2 cards for that. Wow. Okay, I mean, I guess this turns on. This is very strong offensively. It can deal 3 damage to me. Give me the token, or the treasure is risky, but yeah. Luckily I can play both these things next turn. I mean, I think I'm in good shape here. It's like everything's lethal. This is one of the problems with my deck, right? Is that these are raccoons, but this isn't, this isn't, this isn't, this isn't. I think only like half our creatures are raccoons. Hmm. Yeah, they're like, I guess they're not like close to lethal. Yeah, I think that's a concession, because I think they may be reading the card. I think they did, it did 3 damage to a creature, which I also thought when I... Because most of the time you get these, like, every set you have like a lightning strike sort of plus that does, sometimes it only targets creatures, but it's, sort of two, 1 in a red, deal 3 to a creature. And you have a lot of those, usually 1%. But This one's like a shock instead. Or like a shock that only hits creatures, I guess. So even, worse. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what the one mana deal two to a thing. I think there's one that exiles that's used to see some play. If I flame something or lava something or fire something, it's usually in that area. Occasionally lightning something. Just sort of all that sort of adjacent stuff. Okay, well, we can, again, another slow hand. Our deck's sort of slow. It's a little dirtily. I guess we're playing, but we can play. Okay, that actually speeds it up quite a bit. We'll play the Pathmaker. We'll hold this as long as we can, I guess. Yeah, we'll play this because if we get to buff it, it's very good. We'll trade the Pathmaker for anything. Yeah, we won't block here. Obviously, it sucks taking a bunch of damage, but... So this is a mouse card, this is a rabbit card, so we don't really have a good sense of what type of white deck they are so far. Are they stuck on two, or they just... Yeah, looks like maybe they got a little stuck. Okay, so we're getting this up to 3. And again, yeah, we'll trade this for whatever. Play this next turn. Next turn we'd go Mascot this thing. This is actually nice because this is an artifact, so if this ever gets into the graveyard, we have a nice type to choose. This gets very strong if you start getting multiple rabbits into play. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I mean, this is I mean, 3/1 and a 4/2 is not that different. Oh, wow, that's very good, actually. Oh, and we cast everything? We're gonna have to gift them a fish, I guess? Oh, no, we don't have to gift them a fish, right? Because that gets buffed? I don't think we will, either. We could do it and then get an attack in, but we don't. Oh, no, we can't get it. Just taps. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm all over the place today. Next turn, I think we'll play Hugs for 2, unless we draw something worth playing. We have Creature, Sorcery in the graveyard. Another Sorcery. Yeah, see, this is the danger with this. You let them have that, it can be really rough. Um, yeah, I think we're fine playing this for 2. You could obviously hold that for a long time, but getting a 5/5 into play, 5/5 trample especially, is worthwhile. And getting 2 cards instead of 3 is obviously worse, but hopefully that lets us maybe keep this going. Yeah, we have a lot of great plays next turn now. We can play the rough shot, buff something. We can eat, one type at the end of turn. Eventually we get this into play. Maybe, get a little card advantage out of this now that we have more lands. If they attack, we assume they have Rabbit Response. That's a good card. Makes it, hard for us to kill their creatures. This only works if we control... Okay, so we can target their graveyard freely. I didn't want to just give them, a bunch of counters when we're trying to eat their graveyard. Okay, we'll play this first. Play this second. If this was untapped land, we could have played a... We'll go here. Well, this is already a 6/6. These things that grow get very, can get out of hand. So if they attack, we'll assume they have Rabbit Response, but we can just trade off everything. I mean, some of our things would survive, but we're fine just mostly trading. We can keep the pressure on. We have a lot of trample stuff, so usually it's hard to keep pressure on decks with a lot of chump blockers because they can always just they can always jump block, right? Or they jump block. So I mean, auto little creatures because they can just jump block. Oh, okay, that's not a bad one. They are going very wide now, so we do sort of have to be concerned here. I don't think that they attack here because we eat 3 of their creatures. Okay, so we got artifact now. We've gotten creature. Oh, I probably could have grabbed a sorcery there. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I kind of don't want to play this card because, yeah, that's probably greedy to try to like get max value out of this. Yeah, let's see. Maybe it's a land. Oh, it's actually like the one card we can play. No entire deck, I think. So let's do that. And we'll just keep everything back to block. Try to play defense against rabbit response. That's the card we're always going to be playing around. It's the +2/+1 scry 2 if you have a rabbit. We have what, 7 blockers, and they have 10 attackers. Well, once we untap, we'll have this one. We can just sort of make something big and stop pounding, but okay, they can start throwing stuff at us, and we'll have to trade off. We don't want to take any damage, so we'll just trade off every rabbit. This is actually really nice. Oh, did I just tap out of this? Oh, I did. Why did I do that? Um, what is... I think we want it on this, that way it can trade if they rabbit response us. Oh, that was really bad though, too. Tap out of poly. We didn't need to upgrade this. Yeah, mistake. So the thing is, everything we trade off makes that rabbit response worse. Okay, we got the sorcery now. So I don't think there's an instant in the graveyard, but we do have the rabbit response. We have the polywallop in our hand. Is it worth playing this right here and having 2? It's possible we should just be attacking more. No, what if we just upgrade this? It equips to this thing. Oh, should we? We probably could equip it there. And we just slam with this. We deal 12. It puts them on like a 1-turn clock. And we have Polywallop ready to go if they attack and try to do any buffing. They might just swing with everything and just make us, you know, keep us honest. Okay, what do we want to do here? We'll block here. We'll block. This will become indestructible. Here, 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 here. And do we block all these? And just here. Right, so we're taking 3 so far. They do have it. It doesn't kill us. It doesn't give trample or anything. So currently taking 9, right? I wish there was like an easier way to say. I guess the lines, but I wish there was sort of just like a way to see easily if things were blocked or unblocked. I don't think this does anything, but I'm gonna kill this to make sure I don't get killed here. Oh, actually it gives. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really help. Yeah, I don't really know what we want to do here. Take action. Okay. I probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't actually know how many cards I had left. I think I'm still just taking 8, right? Or something at trample. Okay, down to 5. Yeah, I mean, very understandable attack by them. Playing around rapid response. They traded up a couple blockers earlier. I guess it wouldn't have mattered because we were trading them 1 for 1. But it did just sort of affect their ability to go super wide. So, yeah, 4-1. That's a pretty good deck. But it's I don't know, we keep running into situations where we don't have great level or turn 2 plays. Actually here we managed to have most of our cards and still don't have a turn 2 play. This is a most raccoon? I didn't actually realize. I guess it's a duo, so it's gonna be two types. I guess I just always assumed it was full raccoon. Oh, okay, so I guess it targets the creature as the most feature, but it triggers on expend as the. Okay, so yeah, we played the forest first, so we would have this up. Um, we want to play this on raccoon, even though we only have 1 raccoon right here. Um, huh. So if we're gonna play a mana thing, I think we'd rather play. Yeah, this gives us 5 next turn, right? So I think we just have a down turn this turn, and then next turn we can play Wondertail, Mentor, and then Raccoon, because this gives us a permanent buff that I think we care about more than having the temporary one for the turn. Then eventually we'll play Hugs and try to refill, as long as they don't hit us with a discard. Okay, so first we go this, then we go this. We'll trade off too, because we're gonna have so much. If they want to trade off for this thing, we're fine with that. I guess we could have attacked for 1. Cash grab, Great God. They hit mostly lands and mana. I mean, lands and a mana producing creature. They'll probably just take a land. You don't generally on like turn 4 want to spend time playing that, especially if it doesn't seem like it's going to affect the board a ton. You probably just want to be able to play a 4 mana card, not like a 2 mana thing. Um, I guess it kind of accelerates you if you already have a bunch of lands in your hand. So, okay, well, that's going to be big. Okay, not bad. Not a bad, play for them. So I could just keep doing stuff and play this as late as possible. Is that correct? They're playing black. I'm so afraid of getting hit by disc. I don't know. I'll try 1 more turn. If I get hit by a discard, I'll feel really dumb, but yeah, so, I mean, I guess I can, it's only if they hit me with a targeted discard. So if they attack, I'll block in order to make sure that doesn't turn into the coercion. It just ends up being the, whatever makes you discard 1 card effect. Again, not like too many people play discard, but okay. I mean, that sets it back by 1 anyways, so it's not like we're getting it much bigger. Okay, and they do have enough. Yeah, I just don't want to turn it on. That might look a little goofy, but if they play the Thought Stealer or whatever it's called. So I have 7, right? 1, 2, 3. So like this really isn't that impressive, right? I mean, I drew 3 cards. That's great, and it's a 5/5. But they still have 5 cards in their hand, and the board isn't uneven, really. I mean, I have 7 lands in play. They have 5. Plus, I have a, sort of a second, like another land. So I'm 2 cards ahead land-wise. Plus we're sort of parity here. So like we're a little bit ahead, but we don't have a commanding lead. Okay, I mean they're gonna be able to fully kit out these two guys again. These bodyguards, yeah. I mean, this mentor is just such a great um, like engine for this deck. Right now this thing's brick walling them, which is nice for me. But as soon as that breaks down, yeah, I don't think they have sweepers. There's really not that many sweepers. I don't know if there's many black sweepers in this set. So let's play anything. We'll keep a land card in hand just in case we bait them into a discard spell. Okay, they got more land stuff. We can't just buff this stuff up and start smashing. I wonder if that's better. Like, is it better to just... We can definitely do it one level. And then if we go to 4, I guess we can play the Raccoon anyways. We'll attach it to this and swing, and then we'll just play a post-combat Raccoon. Hitting them for... It doesn't trample, so they can just block. But they can't block with either of these two, so they'd have to lose like a real-ish creature. Oh, this does trample that, so that's the benefit of using that one, I guess. I'll play this. So we have nothing in hand. We're very vulnerable to sweepers, obviously. But it's hard for them to punch through. Yeah. And we would next turn we could just put it on trample. Or I really I don't know. I assumed a big guy had trample, but he has like a different type of blocking or like hard to block ability. He has like the can't the two or less can't block. So that's so just a mistake by me. Because as blockers they're equivalent. So as attackers I should just send the trample. It would have just made their blocks a lot more difficult. Because it wasn't like they could jump block with any of the like the 1/2 it would still do 8 damage, or I guess it would be a 6/6 would deal 10 damage. So I was lucky they just never found removal and we were able just to you know bring all our card advantages to bear, because those bushy bodyguards did seem scary. Those are pretty strong. Okay, uh, these are nice together, these two things. So remember, this can't cast this, it can only cast creature spells. I do need to eventually draw something for the harnesser, like a mountain. Drawing that forest, that's probably the worst draw in the deck. I think I will just fight this. Getting a clean fight off is just nice. And, this is really an engine card for the bats deck. I don't know that they're in bats, but if they are, shutting down, their engine is really worthwhile. Okay, yeah, so we have a very slow start. They actually missed a land drop, it looked like. So, so I think we play this first. Or actually, no. It's so unlikely to matter because you know what? No, that's wrong. I didn't realize we were at 5 mana instead of 4. So we definitely could have played this first and then had a decent chance of hitting when we play the Otter. This can only play the same turn until end of turn. Oh, so we do only have 1 red mana. Now this can trigger, right? Yeah. We do only have 1 red mana, so we until we can get. Oh, do they have another Sona thing? Okay, well, that's slowing us down. Next turn we can play both of these. So this triggers off this. Oh no, we're back to 1 red. Okay, so we'll play this eventually. Oh, back to 2 red. Okay. So the only downside is we can't play any red cards if we do this. And I already played a land this turn. Oh, I had to play the land this turn. Okay, so we just got a force off the top of our deck. I think we'll just equip this. It doesn't super matter because if you pay the mana. I mean, they have a full hand, so there's a saying that like flood. Oh, actually, this does trigger, right? Take action. Okay, I think we still want to do a Raccoon, and we are playing a Hunter's Talent that isn't going to do anything. We can buff it up and swing. So swing for 3. This is avoid Sonar Strike though. Keep a land in hand just to keep them guessing. Wow, they surrendered. Yeah, I mean they got mana screwed. Even after they drew lands, they drew all plains, so they might have just had, I assume black cards in their hand because they were playing a couple of Sonar Strikes and the life gain bat. So, there's a lot of stuff going on. I found green to be a very strong color. Just the creatures have all seemed good. Um, but I mean, there's different pairings. Wow, this is a decent curve. Yeah, we're definitely outside. We're definitely keeping this. Then we want green over. Okay, that's a good card. Yeah, that's convenient. We got a mix of everything now. It's possible we're gonna want to kill this early if they put like a pawn forfeit here. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we might not be able to like race that down, right? Because it's gonna be a 3, and we won't be able to play 3. Yeah, that's just tough. We might have to kill the. No, I don't think we're ever supposed to kill the pawn prophet. No. Oh, does that work? Yes, right? I can play this, and then when I play this, this becomes a 3. Wow, so that was very fortunate. We drew exactly a 2 that gave us that out. Because, yeah, that could have just kept getting bigger and been a great card advantage engine. We would have kept playing to the board, but it does grow, so it does keep you back unless you can kill it. And we were like, we had sort of toughness, power, toughness based removal, damage based removal, I guess. So we're gonna have 5 next turn. We'll just play the Bruiser. On 6, we play this. This is just such a great card. There was a similar card in Detectives. There was like a mana creature that grew, but it also could only sort of grow by 1 per turn because it was. I think if at the end of turn, if you had played a disguise creature, maybe I don't remember what it was called, it would grow. Okay, so now we're back to a regularly scheduled curve. I'll block here. This is better in your deck than it is in mine. We'll play that instead. Yeah, we have another land to play. We get to 6, we can turn this on too. And yeah, it can get really big. It's a great mana creature just for 2, but then it can just grow really big. Like I've had it, I think, in this draft be a 5/5 or a 6/6. It's just the biggest creature on the board late in the game when you don't need mana, and it's pretty easy to keep playing. Like especially when it adds a mana to play 4 per turn. Um, oh, well, let's play that land. We'll play this land. I think I'll swing. I could turn this on and swing, but I think I'd rather just swing, see if they want to block. They probably don't want to. There is instant, there's frog. Frog is an instant creature in the yard right now. They could easily get sorcery. Maybe they have something that kill enchantments. Maybe they have a cash grab here. Yeah. So that gets lands in there. So still land, creature, sorcery. Oh, instant. Okay, so now they can turn this on. Okay. I mean, that puts us in a spot. They do have to spend some mana to turn it on, but now they just have a 7/7 trampler. I feel like they've been giving more and more stuff trample, which I get because it's very frustrating to just have like giant creatures that get chump blocked. Like you finally get to slam them down, and then they just basically get chump blocked into oblivion. Um, but it does mean that like if they just buff this, right? They have to spend 3 more mana. Let's assume they draw a card here. I'd play a land, I mean. They can make this a 7/7 attack me. No, they don't want to. I mean, I don't think it's unwise to do that. It's unclear here who's supposed to be the aggressor. If I had one, okay, so I have. Problem is I'm choked on green mana. Although next turn I can play 2 things. Yeah, so I think what I want to do is play 2 Racoons here. I think I want to attack with this over their Death Touch guy before it's a before they have the 7/7. Because once they have the 7/7, obviously I won't be able to attack with that. What do they have for 1 mana? Oh, I guess they can trigger this at any point, so that's why they have priority. Well, I guess when I turn this on, I can attack into the 7/7. I should have attacked with this too, I think, because they don't have any good blocks for that. I'm probably just dealing 4 if I do that. Yeah, I'm just trying to get damage in. I think I'm trying to race them here. It's possible that was bad, but yeah, I'm buffing my 2 Racoons next turn, attacking. This Pawn Prophet can't block the Racoons. If they try to go aggro, that's the really only thing I'm concerned about is if they go aggro. If they don't go aggro, I can just start drawing cards with this. I have 2 4 drops. I guess the issue is if they just sort of wait a turn, they develop to the board, wait a turn, then get the 7/7. But then I still live for like 2 turns, so I feel like I have enough time. But they could make it a 7/7 now, like at the end of their turn even. I guess they can gain 3 life too. I should be aware of that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if I try to just go for the card draw here, right, I have 7. I can play everything in my hand. Yeah. Hmm. So they're gonna be able to make the 7/7 here. Do I just need to go for the card draw? I think so. No, maybe I just play this. Yeah, what if I play this? I go up 1 level on this, and I do this. So this only has 2 so far. They did spend an extra mana. Okay, so I can attack with this now because they can't. This has vigilance and it can't be blocked by anything. Because yeah, they spent the mana that would require to grow this. Okay, well I'll get some damage in then. Well, I could have attacked with this as well. Because yeah, they just have no good blocks, right? Oh, that's actually very nice for me. Huh. I wonder if they just and this giving trample in addition to the double strike actually means that if they don't kill me here, I'm like not in bad shape to just go aggro on them. This this has 3 types, yeah, and there is a 4th. Why can I not? Okay, there we go. There are sorceries, right? Oh, no one's played a sorcery? Is that? Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess I just had assumed there was a sorcery. Do they remove a sorcery? No, there's just never been a sorcery. Okay, yeah, I think I just had thought I'd seen a sorcery and I was playing around. Wow. Um, I think I just want to lose 6 life. Lose 3 life. Oh, they only played one? They didn't make a second one. Okay. Oh, that's a strong play. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, that is what happens when they make strong plays. Oh, this is, I do need to spend a lot of mana to go up on this. I guess I thought I had already buffed it. I actually don't want this artifact to go to the graveyard. I think I just want to play a creature here. I guess they can start doing a similar thing. Um, but I get to draw first. Yeah, I think keeping this in my hand is going to be the way to go. It is nice. I can attack with like an indestructible. If I start getting, if I have another spell to play, I end up being able to play a pretty like a large indestructible trampling creature with vigilance that can attack. So that would be a lot to deal with. Okay. I think this just blocks here. Okay. I mean that could be troublesome. Death Touch and Trample are strong together. They have to block this with something. Oh, it is my only 6 or a 4 power creature, so I won't draw a card if this dies. Oh, well, they really block. Oh, wow. Because, like, this will die, but they're still going to take some trample damage. They don't have a 4 power creature now. I can get one on the next turn. I really just need to draw a spell. I was 1 land short of equipping afterwards. I didn't pay to equip, right? Did I? Did I use this? I hope I didn't pay to equip. I don't think so. I think because I tapped 7 lands, right? That's leveling these 2 up. Um, I wonder if I held a land, because this can't be the, you know, whatever turn of the game, right? Is there something in the graveyard? Is there sorcery now? Not that I see. Okay, we'll try this out. I guess I could walk with both. Would be safer. No? Okay, I mean, having that not be in the board is really nice. Okay, this is a whole thing. How many cards do I have enough? 4, 5. Okay, so X equals 5. I don't even know if this is the best thing to do. It's possible it's just better for me to play play it for 1 less, and then I can maybe play this. Oh, now I can attack with a vigilance, trample, haste, double strike, whatever. So they really have to kill this. I kind of forgot that this was going to equip and trigger all those things. Okay, that was nice. Uh, both had very powerful engines. They were just able to get the fourth. I was playing around the fourth type for so long, thinking they had a sorcery, and they just didn't. I mean, we didn't either. No one else. There was just no sorcery. Um, I just misread that one. Maybe I thought I know that cash grab isn't a sorcery, but maybe I just sort of was counting it as one. Hey, pretty good deck. Um, a couple strong. This seemed very strong. Wandertail Mentor. Um, the Blacksmith Talent came in handy a couple times. I don't think it's a great card, but it's kind of expensive to get to the final level. You have to invest 8 total mana, but you can spread it out. Being able to spread it out is very valid. We don't really play Paw Patch Recruit very often. Hunter's Talent seemed very good. Even just the first level is just a nice little bite spell, and then just have it's like a bite spell, plus. This seemed very good, although I didn't think either us or our opponents ever turned it on, but it was always a threat to do so. And its graveyard abilities are not irrelevant. Like its ability to mess with good. Hodge's Storm never really great. This seems pretty good. Pathmaker I thought was pretty good. Usually just basically was a 4/2 draw card. Polywallop very very not bad in this deck, but like ill suited. This was not the deck for it. And then Hugs was great every time we played it. Even just playing it for like 2 was very nice. But having the ability to play it for 5. You can also just play it on turn 4. Like you can just play it as a turn 4. You can play an additional land each turn. 5/5 trample. You know. But if you wait, it's sort of interesting. So these type of cards that cost green, green, red, red, or like 2 of 2 different colors, there's a decent chance you don't always have exactly that on turn 4. But this one makes it so, it's good on turn 4 if you happen to get that. But if you end up getting delayed, you actually get extra value out of the card for your delay. So that's interesting. And all these other cards are just we had like a very the Racoons were pretty good. We didn't have we only had 9 of them. I don't think the shapeshifter's counting, so maybe there was sort of 10 total. I guess I could count them. Not going to. This bare knuckle thing seems good. The expense stuff seems very easy to hit most of the time. Especially like when you're curving out. Um, and they all trigger at the same time too. There's so like the mice triggers, like when you're talking about those, it's if you have a bunch of mice on the field, and you have a Might of the Meek, you're sort of trying to decide what to target. But with the expend triggers, you just get all of them. So the more you have, the more you can just lean into. I didn't play the Soldier Polisher or the Caretaker's Talent. I didn't have that many tokens, so I guess this just wouldn't have been that great. But I've had this in a rabbit deck and it was very strong. So yeah, good 7/1.